We're live. Let me tell you. It's been a tough week, Johnny.
Oh yeah, definitely a tough week, but we made it. We're
Yeah,
here.
I know.
I'm very in the Christmassy mood as you can, but I am always naughty.
Yeah,
But I'm
I'm tired. It's been a taxing week at school. The kids were not cooperative. Well, listen, for the most part, they were cooperative, but, you know, it was just a tough week. And now we're here. And I enjoy my time with you. I enjoy my time on Jets Worldwide. It's an escape. It's a
hmm
nice place to be. We have fun here. We do some therapy tonight. Like that's it. I need therapy. I don't know if we need much like we had a win, so I don't know if we need like
we do. I mean, even when we win, we lose, right? I mean, that's where we're at right now, unfortunately. So
yeah. Well, we have some things to talk about tonight. I made some banners for tonight. We'll discuss some topics and anyway, thank you for joining us, people in the chat. Thank you for being here. Uh, we'll say it over and over again tonight. Like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. We can use it. And this is Jets
worldwide, wide Christmas edition.
Christmas edition and therapy edition. Here we go.
You ready for this? Let's do this. This is Jets
Worldwide.
Took flight from New York, now we worldwide. Greatest sport that we taught, the Jets up on the rise. On game day we watch with more than just our eyes. Our hearts are fully in it, too deep to let us pivot. So we meet up every Sunday and we kick it. All you gotta do is click YouTube, don't need a ticket. Watch Johnny Boy snowball, ask the toughest blank questions. 10:30 in the morning, leave your ass in stitches. Legendary Jets whenever they visit. We play the match game. Love and live it. The haters, cause we love them to the death, so we kill these critics. Next Super Bowl chance, all you hear is crickets. So roll up your slip as emotions start to lift. Feel free to play along, the game is God's gift. 8 to number 5, then 20 for the 6. 9 to the 7 with a kick and a kiss. Mwah! Jets fan, put your hands up in the sky. Jets fans everywhere, we getting live. Jets fans everywhere, we flying high.
Worldwide, wide.
Jets fans, put your hands up in the sky. Jets fans everywhere, we going live. Jets fans everywhere, we flying high.
Boom.
Boom. So the big fella said, Johnny looking like a young Santa. Need a little gray in your beard, bro. I got it. It's there. I just been, I gotta go get a haircut, to be honest with
Where's
you.
that Santa tracksuit from?
I don't know. Wife got it though. It's fucking pretty cool, man. Like I got a big ass Santa on the back too.
Look at you.
Yeah, man.
You're styling. Tonight you
Oh,
are styling. All right, man. Uh who's in the chat? Dano is in the chat. What's up, Dano? Stack, as usual. Jake Asman makes an appearance and says, "Let's go, boys." How nice.
oh, did you hear right after we spoke yesterday in regards of the whole stuff? Jake is coming to battle Bobby, and we will be setting it up at some point. It'll be a special edition though of a Jets Worldwide.
Really?
More to come to that. So
Listen, you're a hype man, so I don't know. Rick Kent is here. That's nice. That's good news. That the Bobby Jake battle.
oh yeah, it's gonna get the way it is almost like Jets and Sharks, right? A little bit of a West Side Story type of situation
Oh
here.
yeah.
Jake's gonna bring his 3, and then Bobby's gonna bring his 3. So
When you're
it'll
a
be an
Jet, you're a
even
Jet.
panel, right? And boom, we're gonna go from there. So
Wow. Nice. Terrence Hill's in the house. What's good, y'all? Back at it again, right? With the white kids. Am I dating myself? I'm dating myself.
Look, I used to rock some British Knights, so if that tells you anything.
BK Nights.
Hmm.
Christmas Therapy Edition. Look at that. What's this?
Somebody keeps calling me and saying "ho ho ho," so I don't know.
Ex-girlfriend?
No,
No. Okay.
that's my wife. That's what she calls me.
Oh, does she call you that?
Hmm.
Maybe because you are jolly.
Yeah. Yep. When the weather outside is frightful and the jets keep being not delightful,
That's the truth, man. The truth. The
but
truth.
you and I both know we're gonna watch it on Sunday as we go. And little birdie, my understanding is
Yeah.
somebody's actually going to fight the weather out
Yeah.
there. So
Mr. Asman was very nice to me. He supplied me with some tickets. So thank you, Jake. Uh,
well, he's Jake Santa now. You guys know that, right? Santa Jake. That's his
Santa
name.
Jake, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, my kids are ecstatic. They're like, we get to go to the game. I was like, yeah, we're gonna get to go to the game. So good seats, horrible weather. It's gonna be like high of 23.
I
So
have us winning, man. I
yeah,
really, really, really have us winning. I just got this feeling. I think there's just so much crap going on that I think to silence a lot of the noise, you just gotta win. You just gotta win.
yeah. Are the Rams built for the cold? I don't know. Are we built for the cold? Well, we have a quarterback who's used to playing in the cold. So I think Captain Cold, right? I think
Yeah,
he's
look, if he comes out with them long johns, that giant turtleneck that he
yeah, the
wears and
turtle.
all that.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting to see the turtleneck. When the turtleneck comes out, you know he means business. So
Hmm.
Aaron Rodgers. Weeks ago, I will admit I was on the anti-Rodgers bus. I really was like, he's out. But now I have the mentality of the wait and see. So I
That's
just
that's
want to see what the last three games look like.
that's what I kept saying. Like Snowball, I mean, you've heard me. I was like, he's not himself. I think he's hurt. He's not really throwing off his leg like he's supposed to. He was jump ball throwing the ball. I mean,
Yeah,
going into the Vikings game, he was the most hit and most sacked quarterback in the league, and it's not talked about enough. We had a crap line. The line sucked. Look at that. You put in Olu and things start to change. People
yeah,
are starting to gel and stuff like that. So it's for me, it's one of those prove it and let's see where we're at, and then kind of go from there. He's already been on record saying that, essentially he would take a deduction or whatever needs to get worked out for him to come back next year. Just the biggest thing is, hey, I don't know if I want to come back yet, type of thing. So
uh, we'll get into it later. But have you watched the Netflix thing about the Enigma?
I loved it, man. It was such a insightful documentary on a person that is so misunderstood and all that. And he's really, really a good dude, So
Yeah, I mean I watched it. You saw it. Uh, it gave me a little more insight. I'm reading the book slowly, but I'm getting a better understanding of this guy. And so, listen, some good, some bad, right? Like
mhm.
there's in all of us, there's good and bad in all of us. So I'm not, I'm not the best guy in the world. I'm nice, but sometimes you got things that come out. So like we'll see what happens. But I have faith in him. If he does take a contract restructure to stay, and things keep going the way that they're going, I wouldn't be, I wouldn't be opposed to him coming back. Uh, the thing that I think that's making a big difference though is the offensive line. I mean, they're gelling now. It's coming together. Uh, Pressure rate of 23% now, which is really good. So
Super
he's
good.
got
Yeah.
he's got time, which is nice. So it's good to see that happen. It took time for things to come around. It took what 3 quarters of the season basically, a little bit more. And he got, like you said before, he got banged up. So yeah, things are starting to come around. So we'll see what happens.
and it's his real first year with the team too, with like actual game footage with the team, like being able to be on with the team and seeing how they actually play and the nuances that Garrett has, or Lazard or Gibson or whoever, Brees, how he likes it or a certain way or whatever that's going on. It's just truly it's his first time. So it's one of those where it's like, it's New York. We want it as of yesterday.
Always.
We don't have the patience that's needed to try to help and maybe succeed and all that. I think we have the personnel on the team already that I think can, excel. I just think we need coaching. Coaching matters,
Sure.
And it sucks. He's going through stuff. I mean, that injury, that dude Dan Graziano, whatever his name is, was already calling him a fake, a narcissist, and all this off the wall stuff, talking about, oh, he gave you 2 years already and what you've seen. Well, Dan, he got injured 4 plays into the game last year.
Right.
So
Yeah.
what is he supposed to do then?
Mm-hmm. And that rehab stuff and that the enigma, like to see him go through that rehab, like this man cares, and part of it is for his legacy, for the type of person that he is. Part of me, I guess we can get into it now. I mean, well, let's talk about Jets Rams first a little bit, and then we'll get into that. So I was watching the highlights of like what you need to know about this matchup, and what's interesting is they said that the Rams are 11-1 in December with Stafford since they took him on. So he has a very good record in December.
Mhm.
They are a very good team with him in the month of December. I don't know cold weather wise, like what the stats are with the cold weather, but I mean they have a good record. They are 8-6, right? They're 8-6 now.
Yep.
Yeah, they're 8-6. But they said since week 6, they're 7-2. So they're on a roll. Like they are really doing well. So I don't know if we have the corners to cover what is it? Puka Nacua
We do.
and Cooper Kupp, right? DJ Reed's back. So we got DJ Reed. Sauce is looking better now. So I think it's going to be a shootout. This game is not going to be it's not going to be a landslide one way or the other. I think this is good. We're going to duke this out. Like it's going to be a slugfest. What are you going to say?
I agree with you. I think it's going to be one of these shootout types of game. I'm a Georgia guy, right? So I love the dog, Sikkim, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you love Stafford, man, and everything Stafford has done and stuff like that. But I love the Jets a lot more. So,
yeah.
With that being said, I mean, you're right. We got the players and all that. I'm more worried, I think, for myself, the tight ends, and their running game, because their guys are coming back too. Their running back is coming back, and then I think it's Higbee, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
It's it'll be intriguing, man. I mean, what are we gonna run? Are we gonna blitz? Are we gonna be in his face? Because if Stafford sits in there, right, with Puka and all them boys that are there, he will pick us apart.
Sure. I think you got to get in his face. You got to get him off his spot. Like they're gonna do the same thing to Rodgers. They're gonna come at him. They're gonna make him move around. They're gonna try to hurt him a little bit, and it's who's gonna get. Listen, he's got the fast release. Rodgers got the fast release, so we'll see what happens. Other things they say about them. He does have a losing record against the Jets, though.
He does.
So yes, he does. So he's 1-2 against us. So hopefully we make it 1-3 on Sunday. That he gets that third loss against us. Garrett Wilson needs only 67 yards to get to 1,000 for the third year in a row.
But I want to get rid of him. Let's trade him, Snowball. Come on. Let's trade him.
Who's saying trade him? Who's saying trade Garrett Wilson?
Crazy fan base of ours to go ahead and get a whole bunch of other draft capitals because, there's these big names coming in for the future that we have no idea. They've never played in the NFL. We don't know what they've done and all that. So,
Clancy, why? For your
fantasy.
fantasy? Okay, Clancy, your New York Jets, they need Puka to be Poopa.
Yeah, for real. Shout out to Clancy, man. Clancy
Right?
just went on vacation, went to both games, chilling. He
Yeah.
was in Florida and enjoying it. So shout him out as well.
King status.
Hmm.
Scott, Rogers, and Stafford have duked it out many times. Yeah. And like he said before, Scott said that this is like a battle of two Hall of Fame QBs.
Agreed.
That's why I wanted to go. I want to see this battle. This is going to be some battle between these two QBs. It's going to be crazy.
Look, when the convo with Stafford was being talked prior to the whole Aaron thing, because we really didn't think he was going to come, right? I wanted Stafford, man. I wanted Stafford something bad. That dude is
He's tough
he's
as
a
nails.
good dude. Yeah, exactly. So he comes from an organization that hasn't won a lot and he stuck it through and everything, So it is what it is, but
It is. It's going to be a good game. Regardless, this will be a very good game. It's going to be cold though.
yeah,
It really
it
is.
I could only imagine.
What else? Yeah, I mean, I wrote down like Puka Nacua and Cup. Do we have the corners to stop them? Can we contain them? Can we? MC2 is out, so you got Michael Carter II. He's out this week, and that's vital against this team. Like
We lost
he's
Mills.
he's an integral part of this defense, and for him
100%.
to be out, like that's a big hit to our defense. So what do? You put Stiggers in?
Why not? Let's see what the young guys got. I mean, they got stuff to prove, And honestly, you put them in, and I think people will start feeling a lot better about the defense and the defense going into the future as well and next year. Plus, for the GMs, the head coaches that are out there that are seeing this, right? Because first and foremost, the Rams, they have something to play for.
Sure, they do.
They really do. So they're not going to just let it, they're not taking this game lightly or anything like that at all. So
No, they want to destroy us.
So with that being said, it within itself, I mean, I feel like it's going to be a tough game. I really think it's going to be a gunslinging, old school, game. Like our defense is hurt. Our safety room is dismantled. MC2 has already been called out.
Mm-hmm.
Mills, we lost him. He broke his collarbone. It's again, and who's running the defense?
Yeah.
Mosley?
What? Who?
Right? Yeah.
I know. I like who we have as linebackers. I like Sherwood.
I do too. Re-sign him.
Quincy Williams is a beast. Like these guys are good. Like these are good guys. But yeah, you got to rely on the young guys to fill in because we are banged up. Dano says this is a top 3 game for him, right? Bet the over 59.5. It's a high scoring game. Who scores for us? I got it wrong last week. I have to say I got it wrong last week. I had Devontae, I had Garrett, but I took Braylon Allen over Breece Hall. I thought they were going to limit Breece Hall, and then they just let him score at the end. They let him run in. A little too early, but what's going on, right? Yeti's here. Hello to
Yeti.
All the cousins and nephews, nieces and uncles and aunts, pops and nanas. We are family. We are a family. We are a tortured family.
We are family. I don't know the rest of the words. Running the defense. Brick? No, not Ulbrich. Brick Johnson. Hey, that's a pretty cool badass name, man.
We should have I don't know. I don't think we should have put Brick at head coach. I just don't think we were. I don't think Ulbrich should have been the head coach.
Remember when I was screaming for that? when I was like, I'm not convinced on this dude. I
Yeah.
remember when he first came on over, took over the damn defense. He did not look good. It took Salah to come and say, I'm taking over the defense for a little bit, get it to where it needs to be at, and then I'm going to go ahead and give it to you.
Yeah. Do you remember Quinn Williams having that hissy fit on the sidelines?
With him.
Right?
Yep.
And he's like, you're doing it wrong. And Salah did come in and he did make things better. So I don't know who I'm blanking. Tight ends coach.
Oh, Middleton.
Middleton. Yeah, Middleton should have been the head coach.
Agree. He had it before. He's done it. He took over when
Yeah.
Salah was sick with COVID,
Right.
and the team looked fired up.
And they won.
And they won.
Right. And they won with him. So, what are the tight ends doing now anyway?
Setting up their resumes, getting ready to look up for a job. Look, I'm still holding off for Ruckert. To be honest with you, there's something there with him. It's just that we don't utilize the tight ends that much.
Right.
We really don't.
And you would have thought that they would.
100%.
Rodgers is chasing that number. So he's just going to keep tossing it down the field.
Yeah. I mean,
what are we going to do? I don't know. I'm a Long Island guy. I got to support my local guy. So, a lot of people don't like Jeremy Ruckert. But what am I going to, what are we going to do, right?
Hell yeah.
Right?
Ruck baby all day.
Come on, man.
Where's he from again? Limbrook?
Lindenhurst.
Lindenhurst, yeah.
Yeah. So I gotta support my local guys. Clancy, I'm sorry. Clancy says Ruckert stinks.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
He's thinking now.
Yeah.
He stinks now.
And watch him go somewhere else, utilize the correct way, and then we're all talking about, again, we just need coaching, man. We got the players. They're here.
It's true. Get a coach in here who knows how to use all these things. It's a loaded weapon, right? We have a lot of weapons. We got a lot of ammunition every chamber is full. It's just how are you going to use them? So I don't know. What else? Aaron Rodgers, since week 8, 13 touchdowns. Guess how many interceptions?
1.
Since week 8, 1.
Mm-hmm.
1 interception. Before he was like throwing the ball. He's like, he was throwing more interceptions than he normally has. And that's why everyone was chanting that he should, get out.
But to Clancy's little point real quick, right? It's actually the opposite with Ruck. He's actually a really good catching tight end. Again, he's just not utilized with us. His weakness was actual blocking.
Yeah.
Right. And the reason why he chose Ohio was to learn how to block a lot better compared to just, using what his strength is catching and the yak ability that he has afterwards. He just hasn't had it. Has he had some crazy drops? Yeah, but I mean, how many drops we've had? I think we lead the league in most drops.
Yeah.
In the league currently right now.
He is, he's got a case of the drops he is with Rodgers and stuff. He blocks well now, but yeah, he's dropping a lot of balls. So what are your options? I mean, you drafted tight end, free agency, you try to pick somebody up. I mean, those are all options that are open. So I don't know. What else? Matt Stafford since week 8, 16 touchdowns. Guess how many interceptions?
I'm gonna go and say 5.
It's 3. It's 3 interceptions, 16 touchdowns since week 8. So they are 8-6. They're better than we are. But they're coming in our house. So they have to deal with the fans. They have to deal with the stadium. They have to deal with the cold. They have to deal with the wind. They have to deal with the conditions. And we have a quarterback who's at the helm who wants to. He has something to prove. And we can play spoilers this week and take a win away from them. So I hope we do. I hope we definitely do. What else is going on in the chat?
Beat the fish. Yeah, Rick said a really good thing. I mean, we lead the league in drops, but because we have had bad receivers after Garrett and Adams.
Yeah.
But then I could go ahead and say Devontae Adams have had some drops.
right?
Garrett Wilson has had
Scott
some
Wilson has had
drops.
some drops. Sure.
So
Everyone's been dropping the ball.
you know what I mean? Like again, it's just it's a lot, man. Like we could continue to keep picking at so many things right now because
Sure.
we're a bad team. Like
Yeah.
we're a bad team. We're a bad coach team, unfortunately. And it's not gonna get any better until we get someone in the actual organization that is like, you guys suck. You guys have been sucking forever and a day. Okay. And that changes as of now. This culture, I don't know what they need to do. Sage the whole entire place. Get rid of like every bad juju crap that was there prior to this. And
I will be bringing Sage to the stadium.
please do.
I will be burning it. Maybe we'll do a little. I have another Rogers doll. We'll put it on the jersey in L5 and let it burn as well. I don't know. I don't know what else to do. Maybe a little chicken bones on the floor. I don't know. I don't know what seance.
Or we could put our star, the Jets
That's right.
worldwide star.
Maybe I'll
Star.
right. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll make a print out of this and where's my stuff? Right? Yeah, let's put this on. Right? Let's put that on the floor and then we'll sacrifice something in the middle of it.
We could have Clancy do a kind of a dance on there, you know, and hey, yeah. I don't know, man. Just, you know.
We'll have like an ayahuasca ceremony.
Ooh.
Right?
I like that.
In the middle of the Jets pentagram.
But the guys in the chat are having some fun. I mean, shout out to Yeti talking about Yaboa is the
Did
Noah.
you see that? Right?
That's funny, man.
Did you see that?
And then Rick, Yaboa doesn't blow her. Clancy sounds like my ex. Window thrower.
The snowblower.
Hey, shout out to all you guys in the chat, man. We appreciate you guys so much.
That's so it's so good to have the faithful with us.
Mm-hmm.
It's Friday night. It's almost 7:30. We've had Jets content creators all day long.
Agreed.
From early in the morning until we've really done like 12 hours of coverage of the Jets since like 7:30 this morning. And for you guys to be here and hanging in the chat, and man, these are the faithful.
Mm-hmm.
We deserve so much better, Johnny.
We do. I mean, all you guys, everybody in the chat deserves so much better from what this team has put on paper, on TV, on all the above, and everything that's going on. It just sucks, man. Like it's because we want it now, you know, and it's we've ran out of excuses to give the organization and stuff like that, and it's just like, at what point is enough? Shout out to Alan, shout out to Hawk, came in, appreciate you boys.
Yeah, the one constant throughout the past, what is it now? It's going to be 25 years since the Johnsons took over. The one constant has been, and I know that we can't get rid of him, but if Woody Johnson was Woody Johnson's employee, how long would it have taken for him to fire his own ass? I'm telling you, the man is like crazy, and it just keeps getting worse. Oh, okay. So this leads me to this then, right? Woody meddling. Is he meddling? Is it just Rossini making up stories? Is it the Athletic like getting on the Jets' case? What is the story? What do you think is the true story behind Woody Johnson?
All right. So before I get into this, shout out to Tom Ace, shout out to Hawk that just came in as well. But the Woody, I don't think he's meddling in the stuff. I think what happened, he just got sick and tired of what was occurring, and he said, enough is enough. I'm going to get rid of the stuff. We say things at times when we're talking locker room conversation and be like, yo, man, dude's Madden numbers is like mad trash. The New York Jets, one Jets drive, you guys follow them, right? When the whole Madden crap was coming out, they were having the guys come up to that stupid little camera crap that they got and go, "Hey, Garrett, what do you think about your Madden rate?" What, they
Yeah.
gave me a 69? No, it's just trying to be relevant, trying to put something out there. And I mean, look, all the publicity has been going on right now. It's keeping the Jets in the freaking televisions, bro. Like we're consistently being talked about in all the different outlets. It's a constant. It's a constant, and no other team that's 4-10 or whatever the hell we are at right now is doing that or are having that, and it's
Well,
I don't know, man, but I don't believe he is, man, to be honest with you. I really don't. It He just needs to hire the right guys and then truly just say, it's all yours. I'm out. I'm going to Italy and I'm enjoying Italy for a while. I
but
don't know.
what gives you the faith that he's going to get it right this time? Woody Johnson has tried to do it on his own. He has in the past. He has hired specialists to help him, and it has been the same thing year in and year out. Okay, we had 5 winning seasons in the past 25, whatever it is. I mean, it's horrendous for me. And now with the 33rd team, they are interviewing people, and again, I've been busy with work. I haven't had a chance to really like look through all this stuff. What's the Dimitrov?
I'm high. That's the guy that I want. I was talking about Dimitrov for a while. I'm on the Flores want that tandem of itself. They were together as scouts. If we are going to do the GM head coach, I want somebody that is like together and whatnot,
Mm-hmm.
and then kind of go from there. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to do the whole Todd Bowles is Dick situation all over again, where they really didn't know each other, and then you started seeing that, right? The Vrabel conversation, I didn't even think about it because I didn't even think it was a thought, but supposedly now that's coming on as well. So I'm intrigued in regards to that. But I'm Dimitrov, I mean, 2-time executive winner of the year,
Yeah.
right? He's built a Super Bowl team when Atlanta was trash.
And now he's been doing stats for the NFL for the past 4
Yep,
years.
does their analytics. So he's been within NFL still and all this. So I mean, you got Agnew that's out there, you got Dorsey that's out there. So we have there's things in place to be able to do that. And the 33rd team, I'm glad that they are interviewing all these individuals, man. It's just
Yeah. Again, and I sound like I sound like a Woody Johnson basher, but it just doesn't sit right with me to have my like I've said it before, right? You don't ask your ex-wife who your next wife should be. This was a guy who was, he was in our building, and he got fired, and now we hired him back to pick a guy to be in the position that he was in. So he may be. Listen, it was a while ago. I understand, but it just again, it doesn't sit right with me. I guess that's why you have, more than one voice from the 33rd team to make decisions. But I don't know. I don't trust it until I see. I don't know. I just have to see more from them to really have faith. I don't trust the system. I don't trust I just don't trust it. It's confusing to me.
yeah, it's
So we think
frustrating, man.
We think
It's
he's not meddling.
I don't think so, man. But I mean, the chat seem to think that he is, you know, and all that. And I think we should get some of these guys to come up here and kind of like talk about it and see what they think of it and all that. And
Yeah, I'll put the link in the chat if they want to come in. You know, we'll put it in there.
Snowball, we could do it as a panel style, but if we do it as a panel style, right?
Yeah.
Please don't interrupt the other individual when they're making their stuff. I mean,
Right.
you know, give them the opportunity, let them go ahead and speak, and then go from there.
Yeah. I need new glasses. I can't see.
Tom Ace, I've always had that, even when it's not Christmas.
I'm betting Johnny has a little mistletoe. He's got a mistletoe belt. Right? All right. So we've talked about Woody meddling. We've done Jets Rams. We said that MC2 is out, right? That's a big hit to the defense.
I think the Mills one is a lot more too. That's another one that sucks that we've lost him for the year as well.
Right.
That one sucks. That one hurt because he had an interception and then he got hurt on that interception. He broke his clavicle bone.
What about this? What about that?
It's bull, man. He does not. It was like if it would be like me coming up to you and say, right, hey man, I want you to come teach over here and whatnot, but you've been with the school for so long, and I come at you like that, and you're like, oh, I don't know, but they gave me my opportunity, and you know, it would be a blessing. That was the key word, blessing, if they were to extend me and whatnot.
Yeah.
Again, it's just reaching, man. It's just trying to put some narrative out there to get the clicks and get the likes because his team is doing crappy right now and we're not doing good.
You've said it, and I agree with you. It depends who they get in as a GM and a head coach, and then who they get in as like an OC and a DC and everything. Players are playing it cool, and they're going to stay neutral until they see who comes in. And I don't know when that's going to happen.
100%.
I mean, I don't know when you're going to get a GM in here, when you're going to get a head coach in here. That's to be determined. It's got to happen, you know, within the next, 2 months, maybe. You know?
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, what if the whole Stefanski stuff actually comes and occurs and he shakes out there, and then you got Vrabel, who's been already part of that organization as of now. He says, oh, hell yeah, I could stay. Don't got to move my family. Don't got to do this. Let me stay over here and all that. And then now Stefanski's out there. You're telling me people will not love and, you know, pounce on that right there?
100%.
They're waiting. And I think we should. I think that we need to continue to keep waiting and then kind of go from there to see what's going to shake out there, you know, and then make a decision from there. You know, I mean, Aaron Rodgers has said, I don't even know if I'm going to come back yet. Right. And people were killing me in the conversation about, I understand the Justin Fields convo where people are talking about him and everything. Right. But even if Aaron Rodgers come back, put that guy in here, I think it would help out this, if any of this crap is true with the Garrett Wilson. That dude's had 7 different quarterbacks in his tenure as a pro NFL player. That's bananas to me.
Well, you know, Rodgers said, right? They said, oh, be a bridge. He's like, what? It's like, be a bridge? I'm going to be, he's like, no. He's like, I'm going to make it difficult. I think he quoted Zach Wilson, right? Whoever they bring in, I'm going to make it a living hell.
And that's who probably Zach got it from, be honest with you, right?
Yeah.
Hey, and I did want to say this, right? Watching the documentary of Aaron Rodgers, one of the biggest things that I got from that was the whole Matt LaFleur stuff. There's been a lot of people talking about that Aaron Rodgers will not adapt to any young guy coming in. He will not adapt to what the offense is supposed to be and all that.
Wrong.
And he's shown that he's done that in the past already. And it's not being talked about or anything because it's Aaron Rodgers.
Mm-hmm.
Green Bay was trying to mess dude up by saying that he didn't talk to this cancer patient that was waiting for him.
That
Meanwhile,
was so stupid.
the day before, he signed a whole bunch of stuff for her
Right.
and everything. Again, it's just
Headlines.
hide and seek type of freaking media out there, man. It's an unfortunate stuff, but I loved it, dude. Everything about it, even to the point where he was talking about the butterfly and the metamorphosis
Caterpillar.
piece that
Right.
comes out from
I
there.
have
you
wings
know,
now. I get to fly.
he's like, I don't normally dance, but when everybody was dancing, I started dancing, and I would get everybody to dance. It's like, hell yeah, that sounds like a great time. I want to do this.
I tell you honestly, I started to watch the third part of it last night, and I was gone. I fell asleep, but I have to rewatch it. And yeah,
Cheers, E Boogie. Cheers, Ear Boogie.
stay naughty. Um, the whole thing. I feel sorry for him. I feel sorry for Aaron Rodgers because he's like a man without a country. Like I feel bad. Like he has nothing. He has this team, and he has football, and it's weird. It's weird for him to. I see, like he doesn't have an attachment to his family, and that's a big thing in a person's life, is to have an attachment to family, and he doesn't have that. It has no children. For his, I mean, I don't know. What do we know about his? Does he have a relationship with anybody? Like a
No,
female?
I mean his he was my wife knows about it. He was dating some billionaire's daughter,
Okay.
you know, and that's the other stuff that that was posting in regards about that before, but he's been keeping it under wraps because he knows what that will bring to him and everything, and to her as well. And that
Right.
sucks. That sucks that you can't, you know, he saw the whole Taylor Swift and Kelsey situation and how that stuff blew up and all the crap that they were getting for it, still getting it. They're talking about because of Swift, right? Kelsey is a crap player now.
Yeah. Just the no family, the no people around him, and that's why he's constantly searching for like these other things. Like the ayahuasca and the groups that he belongs to, and I don't know, man. What's this guy gonna do without football? You know?
Yeah.
What would he do without football? It doesn't seem like he'd be happy without football, which makes me believe that he wants to come back next year. I don't know. Like, you know who would know? Like, Yeti would know.
Yeti, my guy. Real quick, to something that Dano said real fast, right? The Jim Nagy guy, you know that? I know he used to be for Seattle. He was a scout at some point for Washington back in the day, and the Patriots, if I'm not mistaken. He has somewhat of a record, but I don't know too much about him. I just remember those type of things in regards for him, but I don't want him. He's another guy that I don't want. I'm on the Dimitrov train. Yeah. That's who I would like. He's built a freaking Super Bowl team. I don't know. So, but yeah.
Yeah. I hate to use the term, but he's just another Jag, right? I mean, you know, he's just another guy. He's somebody you can bring in that, you know, has a little bit of a resume, but is he really going to make a difference? So, yeah, just another guy. I think I saw all the same reports you guys saw. Yeah. So, but what did you want to talk about?
So it's just therapy, baby. You tell us what's going on, what's on your brain, how you feeling, or you're gonna show us some cool merch.
He's got another thing here. Look at this.
I'm going right to it. All right. So I think this is 98. Might be 99.
Okay.
So fresh.
Very cool.
This one here, same style. This is an extra large. and a girlfriend got it for me. But later on in the years, when I was actually a medium, and I realized I was a medium, same
Nice.
jersey, same jersey. Just
You could never not have enough Wayne Corbett jerseys. I'll tell you
totally.
that much.
Yeah, so that one that I first showed goes on the wall, and that's the one that I wear out in public. This guy.
Look at that one.
Yeah. But yeah, so it actually fits. That's pretty cool. So just jump on that, man. Dude. Wild week, right? Wild week with Jets fans. Really
Wild
fun.
week with a lot of stuff.
Fun.
Four and-
Wild. I mean, I don't even know where to begin.
4-10, man. What happens?
Yeah,
bro?
4-10. Everybody's talking about butter and racism. It's just like, what the fuck? I don't know.
I remain Switzerland on everything.
Oh, totally. Yeah, totally Switzerland.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Totally. Yeah.
That's it. Just, thanks, Yeti.
Fucking, yeah.
Thanks, Yeti. That's
My
nice,
cat
Yeti.
knocked this guy over right now.
Oh shit!
That's my cat.
Hello, Kid Cat.
Nice. What do we got? Oh, there he is.
Oh, that's so dope, man.
99.
Very
That's a
nice.
99. Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
How
And
cool.
you guys know me. I usually keep him in the package.
Yeah.
But
What's the
and
back
this guy
on
right here? Well, oh, then you want to see the back? Oh,
Yeah.
oh, yeah. These didn't really do anything. Just a lot of print about history. Like there was no like cool like you remember Topps used to give background. You know, just a lot of the player. Yeah, but yeah. So that's that guy. But here's the later version. That was 99. This is 2001.
Oh, that was cool too,
Wait.
though, man.
Let me get this guy, guys. I got to do him justice.
Look at that. Very cool.
Liquid Drano. I've been calling him Liquid Drano since about, I don't know, 96. So in Madden, if you guys remember, I don't know, do you remember the quick outs in Madden?
Yeah.
Quick outs were the shit with Wayne Corbett. If you ever needed 10 yards, boom, quick out, Corbett. From like 97 to like 2002, nobody could touch it. Like nobody could stop it. And maybe I'm off by 1 year. No, I think I'm right. Yeah, that's about right. But yeah, nobody could touch it, and you could drop it on quick outs.
I did.
Different play. I know what you're talking about, but it wasn't quick outs, unless you chose the running back option on the quick outs, because there was a running back option, but Wayne was always wide open. Top right of the screen, boom, every time, boom, boom, boom. boom.
You remember when it was when Wayne was on Blitz, NFL Blitz?
No,
I didn't play Blitz that much, but go ahead.
Him and Vinny T on there. It was a cheat code, man, and then the defense was nasty, bro, back then too. So I love Wayne Corbett.
Yeah.
Wayne Corbett is my favorite wide receiver as a Jet, and actually of all time. And that's probably me being like incredibly biased. I just remember being young, seeing him from Hempstead, you know, going to the Hofstra practices and all that, and seeing this like small dude, bro, just like he was a monster in practice. And that's something else that nobody ever really talks about him, man. Just an underdog. That's an underdog. That's an underdog. And shout him out, man. They need to retire that 8-0.
They really do.
And
Well, we went to the same college.
Well, yeah,
I went to school.
saw that
with
snowball.
Wayne.
That's pretty cool, man. That's really cool.
I mean, personally, I didn't know him, but he was.
Do you guys know my other name? Oh, sorry.
No. What is it? What's your other name?
Retire 80 already. If you see me, just type in the chat after a show, I show up as Retire 80 already, and that's been my. I don't know. That's been my Google or YouTube name, you know, for 7 years. Like, and you know, lately now the YouTube chats are getting popular and whatever. So I joined in as Yeti and started typing as Yeti. But I've been Retire 80 already, God, for a long time. After the show,
That
I'll
was-
type in as Retire Radio already. You'll see me.
That was my first screen name was JetSky80. JetSky80
Nice,
was
dude. That's
my
awesome.
yeah, that was my.
You guys
first,
want to hear mine?
What was that?
Mine was Li Playa 247, baby. Stands for Long Island Playa 24/7.
I like it, man. All day long, right? All week long.
I spell playa like the
P-L-A-Y.
Spanish word beach. Playa.
Playa.
Playa. That is a true story, guys.
So if you want to call
That's
Johnny
cool.
Li Playa 24/7, that's his new channel.
Feel free. It's still out there, right? They can still find you. It's still out there somewhere.
Man, it is. I feel like it. Look, I'm one of them cats that I would love for the sidekicks to come back. I love the sidekicks, man, when they were out. So
Oh, I have one. I have a sidekick.
I used to think it was so badass that you could go and the shit would flip and be like, "Yo, what's good, girl? I'm gonna get your digits real fast."
Oh, the sidekick and the juke.
Oh
I had
yeah,
a
the juke too.
Verizon juke. It was like a switchblade. Just flip open.
Man, you guys got me a little bit. I'm thinking of the razor and the chocolate. Remember the razor and the razor flipped open?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
I had
Those
the
phones are
chocolate.
cool.
The chocolate was supposed to be the best for music, but whatever. They're all the
So
same.
out of the topics that we talked about, Yeti, so far, did you see the Enigma? Did you watch the Enigma?
Run it
special?
by me again.
The Enigma, the
No.
the Netflix documentary on Rogers. You haven't seen it yet?
Dude, it's right there, but no, because I still got this little, like sword in my back about Rogers. Where I don't know if I really want to watch it because I think it might just piss me off more about Rogers. So I'm just trying to hold it off, and
it won't.
So I know.
I change your mind.
The long answer, no. Short answer, no. I have not watched it.
I think you should give it a
What's
try.
the word?
It will open up your eyes into a lot. I think he's an individual that's very misunderstood. He's someone he's someone that speaks his mind, and for a very long time he was combating that, right? In regards to should I do that, should I not? And it's stuff that like everybody goes through, man. And if you say something, you get bashed for it. He is at that point. He said one day, he just said, I'm done with it. I can't continue to keep doing this. And he got on a Green Bay talk show, like radio show. And after that, that's how the whole Pat McAfee stuff occurred and everything. So it's really intriguing to see the little bit of an insight in him, the therapy that he went through, man. And how the doctors were like, dude, you're a monster. Like there is something wrong with you that you're doing this and you're healing up so quickly and all that. You see the bruising in his legs and it was nuts, man. But it was cool.
When they told him that he was out.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, you're out. Don't worry about it. You're not going to be able to play. And he's like, I'm coming back by Christmas. Yeah. And they're like, no. He's like, yeah. He goes, I'm coming back. And Elatrosh, the guy who did the surgery, was like, all right, we'll see how it goes. And he's like, no. He goes, I'm playing. If there's something to play for, I'm playing. So this guy's got heart, man. And he wants to win with
it. And that's the thing. Okay, you guys both know I'm a little bit older. You see other gray coming in. So it's really cool to see an older cat like Aaron fight like that. And like I really want to pull for him. Man, I'm not saying anything. I'm not going to say anything negative here. I really want to pull for him. I do think he has. I mean, I don't know if he has a Super Bowl year in him, but I think maybe he has a year in him. They can get us to the playoffs and maybe mentor a kid. Like he said, he's willing to mentor, I mean, Alan came in and said, oh, there's no way he'll mentor anybody, but whatever. I think he'll mentor a kid. He said he would. So I don't know if it's Travis or who it is, but I mean,
They really,
give us to like 10-7. You know, like give us a little playoff hopes, and I don't know. And with playoffs comes money into the organization. You know, it'll help out everything. You know, so I don't know.
I'm interested to. Yeah,
Go
I'm
ahead.
interested to see. I'm interested to see how the game goes on Sunday.
Right.
If the trend continues with him, there's promise.
250 plus.
And to see what happens against Buffalo in Buffalo. I never count them out. But if he puts up a good showing against Buffalo, again, there's promise. I think it's just these next 3 games.
Seriously? Yeah.
Yeah, these next 3 games are a bit. I said I wouldn't buy any Jets merchandise until this team won 3 games in a row. So
it's really hard though. Sorry, I'm sorry. I always I always join in and talk too much.
Keep going. I appreciate the conversation. That's fine.
Yeah, no, okay. So my thing is like, okay, so even if AR does drop another 30-point game and he does get another 250 plus, 4th and 2s fuck us. 4th and 3s fuck us. We have no faith in a 4th and 3. If we stop a team and we hold them on 4th and 3, they're probably getting the first down. You know, if they go for it, they're going to go for it on 4th and 3 anywhere inside of the 50, and they're probably going to get it. And that sucks, man, because that doesn't really hold a true testament to AR's offense, because that wouldn't work on a normal defense. But it works against us, and it's working against us right now because we have nobody inside that can stop a run. Or we try to plug the hole, then you zip us on a screen and they get 5 yards, or you hit the tight end for 7 yards and they get the 4 yards that they needed. So I don't know. It sucks. I feel bad for AR, you know, because I think he's put together a good season. I'll be quiet. You guys go ahead. I'm bad.
Yeah, I think another thing too that I thought it was really dope. I honestly thought seeing the conversation about the Brett Favre stuff and all that was kind of big too. And kind of like Brett Favre essentially almost
on the
like
show?
On the yeah.
Sorry.
And
okay.
And kind of being like he was really very standoffish on him, even though they still got a really good relationship. And when Jordan Love came, he was like, I'm going to change this and make this different. And he was completely different. He was on board with Jordan from the very jump in the beginning of it, made him feel welcome, brought him into his house. He was talking about how he had him over the house constantly to continue to keep teaching him what's going on. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it was a lot of stuff that's in there where I was like, wow, like the media really has spun a lot of stuff on this dude that is not talked about enough for him, you know? So, but I mean, at the end of the day, honestly, man, like I'm somebody that, you know, if you have your thoughts and feelings in regards of somebody, and as you should, you know what I'm saying? So I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. You don't like the guy, you don't like the guy, you know, you don't.
No, okay. Main thing, I don't hate AR. I mean, I don't know the best way to say it.
And you don't have to. He's
by far our best option. He's by 100%. Far our best option. There's nobody you're going to bring in next year that's going to be better. Okay, you want to get a Minshew? I mean, you can get whoever you want. Nobody's going to be better than fuck. Honestly, nobody's going to be better than AR next year. The kid is getting smart. He's starting to mesh. If Adams and dude, Garrett ain't going nowhere. Screw all the Garrett trade talk. He's not going nowhere. So, I mean, if he can get those 3 back, and of course I want Conklin back, but if you can get a tight end in there to like mesh with those 3 and get like a perfect diamond, oh man, what a good team! What a good team.
I want to ask this, and this is going to you, Yeti, Snowball, and everybody in the chat. Shout out to Addison for coming in as well. Alan Lazard, right? Mm-hmm. Do we want him back or do we cut him? at the end of the season. What are your guys' thoughts on that? Chat, you guys chime in as well.
Can I go fourth or third?
Sure, I'll go first. I don't want him back. I don't want Lazard back. We're okay without him. You know, he had a spurt of like, you know, greatness there. He was doing really well, but I don't know. Things are just like not going his way as of late. I don't know if he's been dropping stuff. He's, you know, real receivers that pass that was on a clothesline to him headed into the end zone. He should have brought that ball in. Like that would have been a score for us. So, and just too many times I've seen him like dropping the ball now. So yeah, like Rick Kent says, right? Cut bait. Scott Forster gives him the scissors. Like I think we get him. We get him out. We just cut him. Don't even. Yeah, he's been injured, right? Clance, like Rick Kent's like he's been injured. So I'm out on him. I'm out on that. That's my final answer. I'm out on Lazard.
All right. So for me, shout out to Murph that came in. Appreciate you, brother. I want to keep him.
Yeah.
I want to keep him because I think it benefits Garrett to continue to keep learning in regards to how Aaron is if he comes back. It's how I felt about Randall Cobb, right? I was one of the few guys that wanted Randall Cobb to be back on the team. Not because, I mean, I still think Randall Cobb is better than Gibson, if I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys, right? But I thought he would be able to go ahead and assist Garrett with learning more of that. Now we have Devontae, so it's kind of that weary one. But then I'm like, both of these guys, first and foremost, he's a big body too. He's a big dude, and he does block really well when he's actually on the field. Because a lot of the runs that you see from Brees, he's the receiver that's out there that is blocking for him to go pretty far. But it's I think, but to keep him, we have to restructure his whole stuff, you know. So he's not worth all of that amount of money that he's wanting. So
was he on the hook for 11 million again?
I think like 11 mil, if I'm mistaken.
Yeah, right.
No, I am your Long Island Santa Claus, Jay Quest. Appreciate you, Jay Quest, coming in. So, you know, I'm over here getting ready to go to Savannah's tonight. Am I gonna meet you over there, Quest? What's up?
We're going to Hofstra, USA.
Right on.
All right, so you, Yeti, speak.
Yeah. Here you go. The third opinion. I feel like Lazard is kind of like my CJ Uzama last year. Great locker room guy. Could never really trust him to hold on to the ball and catch him holding on. I loved Uzama too, man. I was Uz all year long up until like week 13. Maybe right around this time last year is when I finally was like, yeah, Uzama sucks. Or I think he was injured. I don't even think he was playing at this point last year. I don't know. Anyway, I lost faith in him and I moved on. But I think Lazard's kind of that same guy. Like for me, I do see he can block good. Okay, he's a great third or fourth wire to have out there blocking for anybody running down the field. And he's great in the locker room. Obviously, you know, he likes AR, but dude, man, that drop did hurt. We won. So, but if we lost that game, everybody would be talking about that drop. It came right in his shoulder. Boom. It was right there on the 10-yard line, right? Or like the 15-yard line. Like it was perfect. Boom. Eli, right there. And he dropped
penalties.
He just straight up dropped it.
Penalties.
Yep.
Lazard,
yep.
penalties.
Lots of holding. Yep. Totally, man. So I don't think Lazard's really going to help us in the long run next year. We already got older guys now. I mean, assuming we keep, you know, if Adam sticks around, and nobody's rookies right now. I mean, I guess Corley, but you know, I mean, nobody's rookies anymore. So I don't know if we really need older dudes. Ah, shit, man. I'm contradicting myself because I'm all about older dudes. So I don't know, man. This is what the season does to us, man. It's week fucking. This is what I'm talking about. I'm just like, every other sentence I just contradict myself. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore.
And yet, and that's what I was talking about for myself, where I'm combating, because I'm like, we do have Devontae, who is like best friends with Aaron Rodgers, so he still has that other person to help him teach him there. I want Corley. I've been saying it. Let's see what we have if Corley let Corley run.
Way over Gibson, right? Way over Gibson.
Way over.
Why is Gibson on the field?
Let him take kickoffs.
Nah.
Addison, Sancho Claus. Shout out to Knob. Talking about some freaking Johnny's looking like a kidney pretending to be Santa. Sancho Claus.
Sancho Claus.
That's nice. Like Satchel Paige, Satchel Claus.
So it sounds like I'm saying Lazard out, Johnny's saying Lazard in, and Yeti's saying
Johnny is saying Lazard in if he restructures his entire freaking stuff here with us as a wide receiver 4, right?
He'll take like $6 million, but no way he's getting double digits. That's, I don't know. Is that fair?
But,
I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, if he's gone,
$6 million for Lazard to be your third or fourth.
But if he's gone, he's gone. I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, we got rid of Lazard. Oh, can we?
Do we still have Brownlee?
Yeah, in practice squad.
Okay.
We do. Yeah.
Bring him up. Why not? What else we got to lose? Let's see what he's got too.
Yeah, put Corley back there. Let Corley get some of these punts. Let him get some of this. I mean, something, man. Get that dude. He's a freaking game changer, man. He's a guy that you get the ball to him and he could do something.
Rick Kent, man. Can always count on him.
I love Rick, man. Rick is awesome. Shout out to Rick and his
too. Ruckert.
What did he say?
Brownlee. No.
He said Brownlee stinks too.
Oh, that other no-name guy last week too.
Yeah, the 99-yard touchdown run. Then he freaking goes to practice, and Gibson makes sure he puts his hand in the locker and slams that shit there because he knew that dude was gonna take his spot. Right. That's what happened, I think.
Yeah.
Does anybody remember how to spell that kid's name? Honestly, right now, can anybody spell that kid's name off the top of their head? N-W-N, yeah.
G7.
But
the letter
NWO, New World Order. Too sweet.
Right. But Brownlee got one return, and he's on the team, and he's still here, and everybody loves him, but nobody will ever remember that kid's name. He probably won't be here next year. He's just gone.
Yeah. This week, last year, was the Commanders game. The Jets played the Commanders, and Brownlee opened up the game with a game touchdown reception. So, yeah. Bring him up.
Really?
See if he can do it 2 years. Yes, he did. I think
I was working.
Opening drive.
I was probably working.
Jets second drive. I know we were driving in late. I was going to the game, and we came in late, and I could hear the stadium explode as I was driving in, and I was like, "What happened?" I turned on the radio, like, Jason Brownlee touchdown. I was like, "Oh my god, really?" So, anyway, are we sticking?
He had one this year, right? Didn't Brownlee have one this year? Like 2 weeks ago? Yeah. 2 or 3 weeks ago? He had one. Yeah.
No.
Either that or a really good catch. I think maybe it was just a big catch.
Yeah, Jason Brownlee.
I don't have my laptop.
I think he played maybe one game, and I think it's a catch, but that's about it. And then they were hyping him up. No, you're thinking about Irv Charles. Irv Charles.
Totally, my bad.
Yeah, it's Irv Charles. Yeah, because I don't think Brownlee's been playing.
No.
Yeah, Irv Charles caught that touchdown, and then he's hurt.
Yeah, it was Charles. Oh, there you go. Great, cool. Right. As soon as somebody does something good, they're hurt. All right, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Right. How's Miles holding up in the secondary? Is that kid healthy?
Mills is out. He got hurt. He's out too. He broke his collarbone.
Yeah. promises and then no promises. The curse lives.
Yeah.
We
Sorry,
tried.
I
it,
just
and it didn't
faked
work.
through my phone.
All
right.
right. Are we
Jesus
sticking with an
Christ.
hour, Johnny? Or
Yeah, man.
yeah, doesn't look like
Yo,
anybody else wants to come in besides Yeti. We thank you, Yeti.
Yeah, appreciate you, Yeti.
Jesus. Yeah, no problem, guys. And can I show you guys one more thing before we go? Well, two
Yeah,
more
of
things.
course.
Sure.
We love it.
This is kind of cool. My kid drew this for me last week. I know it's going to come backwards. You can't really read it.
No,
But it says, let's draw a Yeti. And he drew me. And there's a
Aw.
Band-Aid over my heart.
Aw.
There's a Band-Aid in his hand. It looked kind of, I mean, Johnny, I know what you think it looks like. But, yeah. And then there's blood on my heart because he knows the Jets suck. And I swear to God, that was like
Hold it up
verbatim
one
what
more
he told
time.
me.
We want to see it full screen. There you go. Look
Aw.
at that. Aw. It looks just
You
like
see what's in his hand, though?
yeah. He's got a.
He calls
he's
it a
got
Band-Aid. Wait, wrong hand.
It looks
It's
like
a thermos.
looks like a cannoli.
It's a thermos.
Oh, it's a Band-Aid. But yeah, we'll go with a thermos. All right.
All right. Yeah, it looks like a thermos.
Yeah. The last thing I got. This is the coolest thing. All right, same kid. Where'd I put it? Where'd I put that thing? Hold on. Hang with me. It's right here. All right.
Connor, I see you.
That's kind of there.
Yeah, Connor's here. I just want Yeti to finish up.
No, I got you.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's
Oh, baby Corvette.
awesome.
That's it. That's
Let's
the thing, man.
go.
Very cool. Raise them
Bought
right.
approximately
Yeti, raise
6
them
years
right.
ago. About 6 years ago. I raised my kids right, man.
Yep.
That's what we do.
Hell yeah.
So,
Put them in legends.
yep. That's what we do.
Right.
So that was my Corvette show, guys. Thank you.
Very nice. We thank you for coming on, Yeti. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
sharing.
So much fun.
Always nice to have you on.
Yeah, we'll miss you Sunday, but I'll catch you guys next Sunday, right?
Yeah,
Sure.
you're on, right?
Word.
That's it.
I think.
All right,
yeah.
I'm still in
Take care.
training. Training
See you, man.
nonstop. Later, guys.
All right. See you.
Later, dude.
Too. And just like that, Connor's gone. I thought Connor was coming in, and then I don't know. I think his parents caught him trying to come on the show, and they were like, "You get off that computer. You've been on too long." And then he was like, "No, I'm going on. I don't care what you say, Mom and Dad." And they came in.
Yeah.
How you guys doing?
What's
That
up,
is the
Connor?
ugliest hat I've ever seen in my entire life, by the way, okay?
Best
Just
team
wanna
in
let you
New
know
York.
that.
Best
Just
team.
want
in
to let you
New York.
know that. Just like
Best team in New York.
not right now. They're
Okay, I mean-
struggling so hard right now. What are you
Given
talking
the team
about?
we have right now, this team's clearly a seller. I mean, we just
What's
traded
up,
away
Connor?
Schroeder. There's gonna be there's gonna be a lot of trades coming in soon. Whether it's Cam Johnson coming up, Finney Smith, they're a mess, just like the Jets.
Hey, I
That's
like
crazy.
your hoodie. You got the memo, I see.
I appreciate it. Oh yeah, you're
the red
rocking
and white.
red too.
I can't. I had to stick with the the merch.
Oh, there we go. The Jets Worldwide shirt.
The
Anyways,
Jets Worldwide shirt.
yeah.
Coming to the merch store that doesn't exist soon.
Ooh, nice,
Yeah,
nice. I
right?
want to get your thoughts though, guys, on the head coach GM search. Johnny, I know you're a big Flores guy. Vrabel's obviously the main candidate. Everyone's trying to hone in on Snowball. Where are you right now in that head coach GM category big search?
You know what, the GM, I really haven't been like in the news as much as I should. Like I was saying, I was reading a little bit about Dimitrov, and
Love him.
and I like what he's made of. I like that he is still involved. I like his track record. I like that he is he's analyzing the NFL for the NFL. So that I appreciate. I like that he's current.
Yeah.
So as I know they interviewed Rob Johnson.
Yeah, John Robinson.
Oh, John Robinson, right.
John Robinson, Jim Nagy, who's the executive director of the Senior Bowl,
Yeah.
Dimitrov, and Louis Reddick, who has who's had a 13-year career in I think scouting is all he has. He doesn't have much experience in managing cap, obviously, and as he has all of his experience comes in scouting, and he hasn't been in the front office since 2013, I believe it was, with the Eagles, and still they haven't. Yeah, what?
Of the four, I would say, as of now, Dimitrov would have to be my front runner.
Yeah.
For the position.
Mm-hmm.
As for head coach, I like the attitude of Vrabel. I like he's definitely got chutzpah. He's definitely got the wherewithal to speak his mind, and I think he has the right attitude as a head coach. I like what he's done in the past. I'm not too familiar with why he was fired.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, does anyone know the true story as to why he was let go?
I think it was just time for a change. They had that one disappointing. I don't know what the exact record was, but they had that one disappointing season that kind of really just dug him in. But overall, he's a great coach. I mean, he's won the Coach of the Year honors before. I think he's the clear-cut number one when it really comes to the job.
Yeah, and I would not be disappointed with Flores as a head coach as well. I think they both have the same demeanor. They're very no-nonsense people who don't take crap from anybody, and to deal with the New York media, B, the New York fans, and to not care like what anyone says is the type of coach that we need. I think we've been hit with, I want to say, softies. You know, we've had softies in the recent past, and we don't need them anymore. We need someone who's hard nosed, and both of those guys fill the bill. So, yeah, either Flores or Vrabel. I'm not looking anywhere else. I think the Belichick thing was a load of crap. I don't even think it was real. How could a guy be realistically asking for a job?
To be fair, it wasn't only Rossini. 4 other reporters confirmed the report.
You don't think they just jumped on the bandwagon and just were like?
I mean, it could be Belichick just blowing smoke like that. Yeah, that's what Bill Belichick does.
I like Jake's take. I totally thought of that. I was like, yeah, hire him, and then boom, you're out. Like as soon as
like he did to us.
Exactly. I would have fired that guy. I wouldn't even waited 24 hours. I would have waited like 2 hours.
Yeah.
And kicked him out.
I mean, it's just interesting. And like head coach, personally, I care a lot more about the GM hire. A lot more about the GM hire than the head coach. Like Dimitrov is, I think you're not going to get much better from like an experience standpoint and a proven track record when it comes to a candidate. John Dorsey's the only other one, but still, Dorsey was my number one entering the search, but still, Dimitrov right now, I think it doesn't get much better than he's drafted 11 Pro Bowlers, I think it is. Drafted Matt Ryan, drafted Julio Jones, traded for Tony Gonzalez. Yeah. He drafted Grady Jet. He's had a ton of I think he's drafted 11 Pro Bowlers, and I think 5 of which came on day 3 of the draft. So he maximizes his, day 1 and day 2 picks, and then he also has success in the later rounds, which I think is key. Vrabel, it was confirmed by Colin Cowherd today on his show that, well, Samini reported it too not too long ago, that Vrabel's open to take the job if he approves of the GM hire. Mm-hmm. I guess my thing is, I think Vrabel's a good coach. I want him, but not to the point where I'm settling for a GM candidate that I really don't like, potentially like a Louis Riddick, in order to bring Vrabel in, or a Jim Nagy. I think he's good, but at that point, I'd rather settle for a Cliff Kingsbury, a Flores. Well, Johnny, why don't you like Kingsbury? What is the thing? I understand he lost the locker room, but other than that, what is there not to like? About
just his records that he was as a head coach. It was not
28 and 37.
I mean, in college though, at was it Texas Tech? Was it Texas Tech, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, Texas Tech, and his most recent experience, he was a senior offensive analyst at USC, but he was the head coach at Texas Tech. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying, and like I don't know, I've never been a Kingsbury guy. Would I be upset if he was to come over? No, I wouldn't, because he's an offensive-minded guy. Look at the stuff that he's done with the players that he had. I mean, we've been wanting an offensive-mind guy. I mean, Connor, you know it. First and foremost, you could throw a middle finger up at the Athletic for the shade that they threw at Jets X Factor and all that, which I thought that was wrong.
I'm not going to speak on that. Yeah,
gotcha. But yeah. Dimitrov, man, is who I would want. I want the GM picked out first, and I agree with you in the regards of the whole Vrabel situation and all that with you're letting Vrabel essentially dictate who's the GM going to be at a certain. So if you don't like it, he doesn't get it. I honestly think what occurs with Vrabel, if the Stefanski situation or whatever, right? Because they're not going to say, "Oh, we're going to fire you right now" or any of that crap of itself. That's who I would love to come over here, man. Like, I love Flores. I want Flores here, but if the Stefanski he comes up, do that. I'm still on board with Agnew. Still on board with Dorsey. Todd Monken. I mean, why not? Look, I'm a Georgia guy, so that one's a little bit close to the heart for me on that one. But I don't know, man. I like how they're doing it right now, that they're taking their time and they're not just, you get the damn conversation with Dimitrov, knowing with all the accolades that he's had, and then you hired him. No, they're like, no, we're still going to go in and check these other guys. They're doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Their due diligence, yeah, for sure. I think they're going to interview a ton of guys coming up. I think the main names I'd say to keep an eye. I think Agnew's number one. He has the connection with his son. His son's a pro scout with the Jets. Another name I'd look out for potentially. Well, Nagy's an interesting one. Kyle Newman, a columnist over at Jets X Factor, put out an article today, which it was an incredible article about how the 33rd teams really affected the GM search. Because, Nagy is the only one who has a direct connection to the 33rd team. But all the guys the Jets have interviewed have some sort of connection to the 33rd team, which is something interesting to watch from like a bias standpoint, potentially. Yeah. I know Reddick and Robinson are connected to some scout who plays a massive role. I think I'll get the exact name here, but there's some sort of personnel scout who plays a huge role in the 33rd team, who Reddick and Robinson have great relationships with. And then Nagy's an active contributor at the 33rd team. He's written a ton of articles over there. So it's going to be interesting to watch where Tannenbaum and Spielman, in which direction they steer Johnson. And the two guys right now that I'm staying as far away from possible as is Jim Nagy and Louis Reddick.
Same boat. Same there. Same there with
you. Exactly.
Dimitrov is the guy I'm targeting very quickly. And Robinson, I wouldn't be disappointed per se, because again, he has experience and he has a winning record as a general manager. Even a guy like Ryan Grigson, who's continuously getting hate, the former Vikings general manager, I understand he wasn't able to put together an offensive line, but still, again, had a winning record with the Vikings. I take experience over taking a flyer on someone who's never been a GM before in their career. Mm-hmm. I take that at the GM position and the head coach position.
100%.
So, and there's some coordinators that I think have the potential to get a coaching job this offseason that aren't even really good coordinators per se. You look at a guy like a Bobby Slowick, who, congrats, you figured out the juggernaut that is CJ Stroud last year. And now you look at this year, the Texans' offense is what? I think they're 12th or something like that in offensive DVOA.
So,
they haven't
Connor,
had a great.
Let me ask you a question, Connor.
Yeah.
You said that you take experience at the GM position and you take experience at the head coaching position. Based on what? Like, why is that a qualifier for you? Is it the players that you have on the team now that you want to have the experience, or what's driving that?
Well, I guess, Snowball, the main thing for me is I'm tired of taking flyers, whether, again, it's a GM or a head coach. We've had it with the Jets at the head coach position for the longest time. But especially at the GM job, this job is not meant for a first-timer. This job is meant for someone who's able to come in here. He has experience. He knows what he's doing. I'm tired of watching guys like Robert Saleh, like Joe Douglas, like Adam Gase learn on the fly. I want someone who knows what it's like to be a general manager in the NFL. They come in and they know what it's like. Again, doesn't Ray Agnew have the potential to be a great general manager at some point in his, career as an executive? I'm not denying it, but do I want him to, try to learn here? Not really. I don't think this is a job meant for someone to learn. If you get what I'm,
So how do general managers become general managers then?
Well,
I'm playing devil's advocate, right? I'm just playing devil's advocate with you. But
well, the path
how
is
do general managers become them?
Personnel directors, pro scouts, assistant general managers. And there have been plenty that have panned out, and there have been plenty that have failed. That's why I'm more interested in taking the safer route here. Obviously, there have been great general managers who come as scouts. There have been great general managers who come in the personnel department. There have been great general managers who are strictly cap guys. We've seen that a lot throughout, especially recent days in the NFL. But I'm not really, I don't know. I'm not interested in having someone learn on the spot here.
Agreed.
Yeah, I'm same. I mean, again, at the end of the day, man, we could say everything that we want to say till we're blue to the face, but it's all going to go back to Woody Johnson and what he's going to want.
Mm-hmm.
I just pray and hope that the decision that's made is the correct one. And then the fan base at the end of the day doesn't kill that guy and just gives the individual a chance to be able to try to succeed. Because
Connor, when do you think we get a GM and a head coach?
I expect things to move relatively quickly. Spielman assisted with the Commanders search last offseason. They fired everyone the day after the season ended, and they brought in Adam Peters, who's the Commanders GM right now. They hired him on January 21st, I believe it is. So I think it's going to be a GM who comes in first. I'd expect a GM hire to come at the latest mid-February, right after the absolute latest. Mid-February, I think, is when we see a general manager come in. I think it's probably in the January 7th to February 4th range. I think someone comes in before the Super Bowl, especially given the Super Bowl, I think, is later this year. I think it's February 11th, February 12th, something like that. So I think someone comes in before the Super Bowl. And then I think, as for the head coach, I think that's something that'll probably happen February 15th, February 20th, something like that. I think that's when you get everyone in. But it's tough if you want to bring, for example, I think Mike Borgonzi is a really interesting name. He has a ton of experience in a front office, just not as a general manager. And if the Jets are if Woody Johnson, Rick Spielman, Mike Tannenbaum all really like him, they're going to have to wait a while before they can even speak to him. Because this Chiefs team is expected to make, potentially another Super Bowl run. And that said, as the season keeps going on, you can't speak to executives who are currently with a team.
And Borgonzi has also who he has a relationship with. I think it's Flores, if I'm not mistaken, with from the past as well. Like I keep saying in regards to everything that's going on, I want a tandem. I don't want a GM and a head coach that's had no type of relationship in the past, and then they go ahead and just put them in there together. I don't want to do that. I think that's a recipe for disaster, and it would not look good because then they don't trust each other. They don't know each other. That's why, like, when you brought up the whole Vrabel situation and we're talking about, he has to like who that for what, bro? You haven't done anything for us over here on our end.
Yeah.
We don't know you.
You were just fired 2 seasons ago. And you're
so, like, why is it that you're coming on to, do I think that he's a good coach? I mean, yeah, the past has shown that he's been good. I wouldn't mind him, but I don't like the whole demanding something and being like, let's go ahead and do it. I just, again, Dimitri, Agnew, Dorsey, that's who I'm on board with, right? The Flores, Vrabel, and then oh my God, I can't even think, and Ben Johnson. Like,
I don't like them. Yeah, I think he has to be the next Kyle Shanahan if what he's already putting out there from his like demands or whatever for the job.
Yeah, those that I put those three together are the tandems that already worked with each other, and that's why I have them like that. The Ben Johnson one, it's I know a lot of people do not actually like it. He's the hot name right now and whatnot. I just, again, trying to put somebody that's offensive minded. Why not? I liked when he was considered a very like arrogant individual and saying, I gotta make sure I like that. I kind of like that because I think that's what's needed in the New York media.
Well, Vrabel's doing the same, and you didn't like it.
It's different though. Like, he's not the first time. You know what I mean? This other dude is. So
okay.
But I mean, yeah, you're right. At the same, I don't know, man. The Vrabel situation, bro, it's really weird to me, man, because at the end of the day, again, like I've said it before in the very beginning, I don't care. Whoever comes here needs to just win. I want the guy, whoever it is the man, to be like, this team sucks. You guys have sucked forever today. This needs to change. We need to change the culture, and we're going to do it. and it starts with myself, the GM, all the way up to Woody, and then to freaking all you guys here that are going to be playing every single down itself, and then go from there.
Yeah, I guess
Answer
he
the
really.
question.
Oh yeah, Jay Quest. Let's see. Do kids at his school know he does the podcast? Good question, Jay Quest. It depends. Some, like my good friends, obviously do know, and then most other kids actually do know because, they didn't really know until this year. I'll leave it at that. Like my good friends knew before I left for summer vacation last year, but not a lot of people knew until this year. That's what I'll say. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is.
Do you
Good
tell
question.
people?
What?
Do you tell people? Do you like spread the word that you do it?
No, not really, not that much. I mean, a lot of people saw it. Again, he sees. And I saw Nate's comment from the Rich Eisen show. It came up on a lot of people's Instagrams, and people were sending it to me and everything. They're like, "Oh, is this you?" I'm like, "Yeah." So that's how a lot. Like, if I didn't call in a Rich Eisen, I bet that wouldn't. 90% of the kids that know about my podcast at school.
Are you at a public school or a private school?
Public?
You're at a public school.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
There we go.
All right. Very good. What else? What else are we talking about before we get out of here? We're supposed to get out of here a half an hour ago, but
I'm good right now. I mean, Connor, let everybody know where they can.
Before you go, before he
quarterbacks.
goes, right? I have this topic to cover. Okay, Jets Christmas wishes. All right, so if you had a Christmas wish for the Jets, Connor, what would it be?
My Christmas wish for the Jets depends. I mean, are we talking about a wish for the long term, or does it have to do with the final 3 games?
It's your wish.
Okay. My wish for the Jets. My wish is that they bring in an experienced head coach and an experienced general manager who it's just going to be a complete cultural overhaul. I guess that's my goal this offseason, a complete cultural overhaul. Clean house, Obrick gone, Phil Savage gone, Aaron Rodgers not playing quarterback next season. I need everyone out. I think the Jets just need to, rip the Band-Aid off, bite the bullet, whatever you want to call it, take their medicine for this Aaron Rodgers experiment, chalk it up to, yep, exactly. There we go.
Time out. Why no Aaron Rodgers next season?
Well, I just think the cap ramifications that come with it's too much. Also, I think there are several. I think there's a chance that he comes back. Don't get me wrong. I don't want him to come back the way. I don't care if he plays like an MVP these final weeks. What he's done, he's going to be 42 years old next December. The cap ramifications, if you decide to bring him back, rise, and they're already crazy right now if you decide to cut him. But if you play him next year, they rise, and that you'd have to eat in 2026. So there's that. If he wants to come back, though, he's going to need to. There's going to be a few things that need to happen without his. I think he's going to need to throw for over 300 yards these final 3 games of the season. I think he's going to need to play like a top 5 quarterback these final games. And first, I think he has to be willing that he is not going to have any power like he did when he first came in. He is going to have to be willing, first off, to learn a new offensive system. The GM. I don't see a world, first off, where any head coach or GM, unless it's Vrabel, approve of him to be the quarterback next season. I think there are a lot better, cheaper options. I'd prefer Tyrod 1,000%. He's been able to play competent football throughout his entire career, even when the situation around him isn't perfect. He's under contract already next season. I think that's where you have to go.
Okay.
All right. Well, I want Aaron.
Fresh take.
I want Aaron back. I'm on the Aaron thing. I think he does and would be able to adapt to a new GM head coach. He said it. He's done it, right? I'm taking him at his word on what he's saying. He's having an okay season, not to the MVP standards that people have been trying to put this man on, because we never asked for that. All we wanted for this guy was to play competent quarterback play. We've gotten it. We've digressed in every other freaking part of this team itself, and it sucks, and we've seen it firsthand. Okay, we thought we were not going to have issues with special teams. We've had it. A whole bunch of games that we could have won, should have won, whatever. We didn't. Stupid Zerline. It is what it is. Done. It's in the defense. We got riddled with so many injuries on the defense, and we let go of a lot of big players that were here before. A-Rod, I think he still has something to prove. I think these last couple of games will be a big tell sign in regards of what he can do against the Rams and against the Bills, right? And then we go from there and see what he's gonna do. He's looking a lot better. They're talking about this dude had a tear in his hamstring, and he's up there.
Then he
Look,
should have taken a seat. I bet you. How many games? So tearing his hamstring. That's normally, I'd say, 2 to 3 weeks a quarterback misses.
I mean, I agree with you on that. He should have.
So start Tyrod. I bet you Tyrod could have taken the team 1-1 over that stretch, no problem. I think Tyrod Taylor is more than competent. Rodgers has shown, especially over these past few games, Johnny, you look at the help the receivers have given him. Saw it even in Jacksonville a little. He's continuously overthrowing guys, which we've seen. Yes, his receivers haven't helped him. Don't get me wrong necessarily in the sense that they have 29 drops this season, the most by a receiving core in the league. But still, he's overthrown guys. I mean, Devontae Adams had to go for nearly 200 yards for him, really. Garrett Wilson had an okay game. The rushing attack wasn't great, but again, the games that Rodgers is winning is when the defense holds up. It's when the defense holds up. So, again, he's playing okay football when the situation around him is perfect.
He was your leading rusher last week.
I think that's more of a detriment.
Leading rusher.
So I think that's more of a detriment against the
Broncos Vikings game, right? Broncos game was 10-9, right? Zerline failed us. Vikings game.
Whoa. I don't think you could say Zerline failed us. I mean that was I think a 53-yard attempt or something like that, and it was awful weather conditions. Like we can't solely put the game on Greg the leg. I mean, it was a 10-9 game. Greg, I blame Greg for a lot of other games this season. I don't blame him for the Broncos game.
I don't know.
I don't know, man. I blame him. I tell you that much. Vikings game, 23-17.
Miscommunication with Mike Williams at the end of the game.
True.
And then the Bills game. Field goal that we missed again.
Miscommunication with Mike Williams at the end of the game. So there's two there. Let me think of the other big losses. Pittsburgh, they stood no chance no matter what happened. What were
Did he not get the hand signal? I mean, I think it was this, or was it this? I don't know.
For what?
No, what I'm saying is, did you see the special, the Enigma special, where like Devontae
No, I actually haven't watched that yet. I watched the sack exchange one. I didn't watch Enigma. I saw the trailer on McAfee, but I haven't watched
the Enigma. He's he has like 50 different hand signals, so it's tough, on players. Mike Williams just coming in like, what hand signal is what, so might have been a little confusing for him. I'm gonna say that it depends on the next 3 games. For me, it depends on the next 3 games.
Exactly. I mean, I just can't say right now to him, no, like Aaron, like I'm done with you next year, because he's already come on and he said, I'm willing to have a discussion to go ahead and change my damn pay again and all that. He's done it before. So
and the other thing that you had said before, Connor, was like him learning a new system, right? Like would you say he would be unwilling to learn a new system?
It depends. I think it really depends on. Well, first off, is he even going to have an opportunity to audition like for the job? Because it's going to depend on the new regime. It really is. It's going to be solely. If Mike Vrabel's the coach next season, I think Rodgers is the bridge quarterback of this team. If it's a Brian Flores, a Cliff Kingsbury, something like that, I don't think he's the quarterback.
I hate the term pushback because it's not a pushback. It's a counter to what you were saying. We have a coaching staff, like you were saying, that he was playing injured, obviously, right? He was playing injured, but he wanted to play. So him being the boss, basically.
Exactly. That's not going to fly under a new regime.
Right. But you have a coaching staff who's going to tell Aaron Rodgers to sit down on our coaching staff? Nobody's going to tell him to sit down.
I mean, he literally runs the team. I don't think Oldenburg has any control over the locker room.
Right. So what I'm saying is, if you got a new head coach and they told, and God forbid that he got a little injured, you think he would listen to a new coach? Do you think he would listen to a Vrabel? Would he listen to a Vrabel? Would he listen to a Flores?
Well, I think a Vrabel says you're sitting down on the bench. I don't care what you say. Yeah. I think that's what a Vrabel does compared to, you're talking about that week 4 kind of stretch where there were all those injuries.
Right.
Saleh was still the coach of that team. He was fired after the London debacle. Saleh still had no control over the locker room. He was going to let Rodgers do whatever he wants. You want to play? okay, go out and play. And Aaron Glenn, even, who's a leader of men, a Brian Flores, a Mike Vrabel's going to say, you're sitting on the bench. I don't care what you say. That's what a coach does. Good coaches have control over the locker room. You see guys like, and Andy Reid even, who has, all the players love to play for him. I don't think Robert Saleh or Jeff Ulbrich, the players are like, oh my God, I love Brick. I love Saleh. They just, they make me so excited every time I want to go out and play. I really don't think and that just is a culture issue stemming from the top with Woody Johnson. That's really what it is. I mean, the coach has no power over the locker room. And it's crazy to think that's probably why Jeff Ulbrich has 2 wins as the interim head coach of this team.
It's sad.
All I know is I feel like there are a lot of our younger guys still want A-Rod. They're still out here like talking about him and saying in regards to like JJ came out today and they put out a thing, hey, have you spoke to Aaron? That do you want to come back? Do you want him to come back? And he stated, I did. Garrett have said it.
Well, Garrett said something on Kay Adams the other day that I think he said he'd view it as like a cherry on top. He said, these 2 years have been great. If he comes back, I'd view it as a cherry on top, but I'm okay either way. Something like that. And he might even, there's a chance he's traded too. Like there is that slim possibility that he is traded.
I mean, there is. I think anybody could be traded, but I would think the Jets would be dumb to trade this guy, right? Because then at that point, when you bring in the new regime and all that, you took a weapon and probably the best weapon that we have on the team away from us. I don't know, man. There's just so much unknown right now with this team, but at the same time, we do have a core of players that are here that you can do something. I think coaching has it's what's needed. The coaching, the whole entire culture needs to be changed for this organization itself to be able to continue to keep moving forward and not just be good for this 1 year, but to continue to be going for years and years to come. Dude, if the Lions did it, why can't we? So
they also got the hires right, which is a massive if. Like Brad Holmes is one of the best general managers in all of football, and Dan Campbell's one of the greatest coaches in all of football right now. So I feel like getting the hires right, and the Lions have a veteran quarterback right now. The Jets are going to have to draft a quarterback, whether it's this year or next year. That's the problem. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts. If you don't hit on this quarterback, it is going to be a massive issue. If you don't hit on this quarterback, this team isn't making the playoffs for another 5-7 years.
But who's the quarterback out this upcoming year?
Will Howard.
So you could go. I like Jalen Milroe. I watched, I think, 3 of his. Milroe's the only one I've gone deep in because I think Cam and Shedeur are going to be off the board no matter what. So I haven't even bothered watching much of them. I've watched 3 or 4 Milroe's games. What I have to say about him is he has a good deep ball, but his accuracy is terrible. Good deep ball, and he reminds me a lot of Anthony Richardson. Anthony Richardson was a freak athlete when he came out of college. He's not as athletic as Richardson, but the play designs that Alabama runs with Milroe reminds me of the play designs that the Colts run with Richardson. A lot of direct snaps, a lot of read options. That's kind of the offense that Alabama runs with Milroe.
But isn't Milroe gonna go back though? Yeah. What Clancy just said?
It's not confirmed. Allers 1,000% going back. It's not Allers, yeah, I see Clancy said Allers him and Aller going back. So Milroe, I'm just gonna triple check. I checked 2 days ago. It's not 1,000% confirmed that he's going back. It's like for example, Albert Breer is saying that he's gonna declare for the draft and play. And there's been college football insiders who've gone out and said Milroe's returning to school. So it's
very true. Very true, Nate.
Yeah, that was the other one, Hard Knocks too. I remember watching Hard Knocks and being like, I don't care what this. Once I watched Hard Knocks on the Lions, I'm like, I'm rooting for this team no matter what happens. Yeah, like, this team is. Just watching Campbell and what he does and everything. I'm like, this team's going to be good in a few years. But yeah, Milroe, no, nothing's confirmed that he's I see trending toward, but nothing's confirmed. Unlike Aller, like Aller's officially confirmed.
Yeah, he said it already. Yeah, and I tell you this one. I do not want us to get Carson back. Please, Logan.
Unless you get him in the 5th or 6th round, you're not taking him
Even then, don't.
you take him in the 5th or 6th round and you have him sit behind Tyrod. It can't hurt.
Give me
Tyrod
Dart. I'll take that kid Dart.
From
Dart out there.
Indiana.
I'm not joking about Will Howard. I'm not joking. I watched Josh Allen throughout his entire college career, and I look at Will Howard, and they're clones. They're clones of each other.
I've heard a lot of Aller and Allen. Comparing Aller to Josh Allen.
No,
I've heard of the Will Howard comp. I like Dylan Gabriel's okay from Oregon, but I think he's a good college quarterback. I don't think he's going to be a good quarterback in the NFL. Milrose, the guy I've watched the most on, so I could speak about him the most. I've watched a little on Aller. Oh yeah.
I love Will Howard.
Probably I think a handful of snaps on Howard, a game or two of Gabriel. So I still haven't gotten too deep in the quarterback evaluation stage, but we still have to look at other positions too. Like there's a strong chance the Jets don't draft a quarterback in the 1st or 2nd. There's a possibility the Jets don't draft a quarterback at all. And it's Tyrod Taylor, Jameis Winston. Don't please.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, or Rodgers. Please,
What?
Jameis Winston, don't sign with the Jets. That's my one wish.
It would be fun.
What he's going to throw 50 times a game. He's going to throw
It'd be fun.
4 touchdowns for 350 yards and 7 interceptions. It's going to be
big nuts, bro. It'd be the craziest thing we would see it.
In all seriousness, Fields is probably my number 1 option for next season, just because he's exciting.
Yeah, I'm on the same boat with Fields, man. I like Fields a lot. I think the connection that he has with Garrett, I think that too would help out if the trade rumors are true and all that to make Garrett, a little bit happy. But Connor, let everybody know where they could catch you on, man, what you're doing. Now plug your stuff in real quick.
Appreciate you, Johnny and Snowball. Obviously, appreciate you having me. You guys find me on Twitter at Connor_long15, YouTube, NY Flight Jets Talk. Read my work over at JetsXFactor.com. Smash the like button, everyone. Make sure you are subscribed to Jets Worldwide. Johnny and Snowball doing great things, as always. And I really appreciate you guys having me.
Hey, Connor, we appreciate you coming on, buddy.
Of course.
Take care of yourself,
good night, guys.
Hey, go
Happy
Knicks.
holidays, Connor.
Go Jets.
Yeah, go Jets.
Okay.
That too.
There we go. All right,
Sounds
peace, guys.
Take care, buddy.
All right.
See ya.
Johnny, do you have a Christmas wish for the Jets?
I wish the Jets to win the Super Bowl that'll be my wish every single time. So.
Yeah.
Yours?
A victory on Sunday, short term. Long term, just get the hires right. The GM and head coach, just get them right for one. Just get it done. Get it done. Get the right people in. Maintain what we have. Add to it over the off season, and let's go. Like next season, let's just go and make a run for it again. I'm leaning Rodgers. Like I'm leaning Rodgers. Yeah, Scott, that's true, right? I'm wishing that my balls don't freeze on Sunday. Well, they don't call me Snowball for nothing. So, yeah, I just hope they get the hires right. That's all I want. All I want is that.
Let's go,
and for Woody
man.
Johnson to get the sudden urge to sell the team. But other than that, yeah, and for the Jets to come back to Long Island.
Hey,
Those are all
ask.
my wishes.
I like those wishes, and your wishes will be granted, my good sir.
I hope so. You want to ask some of the people in the chat what their Christmas wishes are?
Jets Christmas wishes real quick, because Sancho Claus is here ready to make your wishes come true, baby.
Dana wishes people would hit the like, and so do I.
Hey, there he is. Nick. What up, Nick?
For the tailgate, let's link. All right. Nate and Rob V are coming too. Okay. Are you going to be in the corner, Nick? Are you in the usual spot? Because I'll park back there and we'll take a trip over. All right. Anyone else? Christmas wishes before we go?
Christmas wishes, guys. Christmas wishes. What do you guys
Okay.
want for the Jets?
I will
Nate
be
says he has an electric ball warmer that's
would like
charging
that.
right now for Sunday.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's really smart, actually.
Yeah. I'm going to get those hot packs and just shove them down my pants.
Hey, don't burn the
Don't burn the goods, right?
yeah, don't burn the goods, bro.
Don't melt the snowballs. What else? That's it. These guys don't wish for anything. They don't care. These guys in the chat, they don't have any Christmas wishes for the Jets. Maybe they just want the season to be over.
Hmm.
I don't know.
But yeah, but E Boogie, there is no match game because Snowball is going to be enjoying the beautiful sunny 15-degree weathered game at good old MetLife this Sunday.
I'll have the sun for maybe 10 minutes and then it'll be gone. So
We got some wishes.
that's
Nate
all.
wishes for Cole
Okay.
to keep himself warm.
Nice.
Infrared says, I have a wish. We're waiting for the wish.
I'm wishing for Cole. Nate, you might get it. What's this? Thought maybe there wasn't the entire guest list. Oh, I guess we're talking about other stuff. I don't know. Infrared has a wish. And we're waiting to see what that wish is. In the meantime, if you are watching, oh, look at this. If you are watching, please please subscribe. Nick says he's wishing for a calmer, more rational fan base, a less negative media, and the most impossible part of my wish, wins. That's not impossible. Sunday, the next win is coming up against the LA Rams.
I like
will
that.
happen?
I like that wish.
Stack wants a 7-10 season. Win out.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we'll do just as
Infrared's
well as we did.
wish came in.
Oh, did it come in? Look at that. Woody to get rid of the Rossini and the Athletic. You know, I always wonder, why does Infrared always put the? Like everything, he never types the. It's always THEE. Always.
I don't know. Murph says he wishes everyone to have a great Christmas and a win on Sunday.
Oh, look at that.
Appreciate you on that, Murph, as well, man. Wish
Christmas
you guys
wishes.
a Merry Christmas. Nick, good wish.
That's true. Winding up at 7 gonna hurt that much more with the games we blew.
Mhm.
Yeah. Nick is predicting a loss of 38-24.
And I stand by what I say with Zerline. He loses those damn games. You're a kicker. You're supposed to hit him.
I know. I appreciate Connor coming on,
I do.
and I appreciate the young takes, because the old heads, we have our way of thinking about things, and it's always interesting to hear how younger people think about players. And like Connor is what, 13 now?
I believe so.
He's 13. So Rodgers has been playing football 7 more years than Connor has been alive. But whatever, I don't know. I don't know what I'm worrying about, but I won't worry about it, Nate. Snowball, thank you. The wish, brother. The wish. All right. I don't know. Offense also lost their games by not scoring more earlier in the game. Lots to blame. Yeah, the blame does go around to everything. Special teams, defense, and offense. We've had our problems in every phase of the game. So, but it seems like the offensive line is coming around as of late. Seems like the chemistry between Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams seems to be coming around more. I don't know where. Oh, I missed your joke, Nate. I'm sorry. But I don't know. I don't know where the run game is going. We're pass blocking better, but we're not run blocking better.
And it was supposed to be the opposite, remember?
I know. Yeah.
It was supposed to be run blocking was supposed to be great. And then we were going to learn the pass blocking a lot better because blah, 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 and all this shit. And
well, we beat the curve on the pass block. So, and we failed against the run block. I don't know.
Fucking Nick.
The New York Jets. Infrared, probably. You never know.
Man.
All
Hey,
right, Johnny. You want to call this quits? We'll All right.
Yeah, man. Hey, to everybody, first and foremost, thank you guys so much for coming on. Just for a while, we're still growing the channel itself. We got a lot of things. It will keep on going. We're not going to be stopping. Look forward to a lot of different things that we're going to be doing soon as well. We do got the whole Bobby and Jake thing that's going to be occurring as well. And I want to wish everybody a fun, safe, Merry Christmas. Have enjoyed, hang out with the family. If you don't celebrate Christmas, happy happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa,
Right.
happy just happy day. I don't know, but
Happy Festivus for
yeah,
the rest of us.
for the rest of us. Just
Right.
enjoy it, man.
And are we New Year is we'll have a show before the new year.
Yep. Oh yeah,
So-
we're gonna kill it.
Right?
Kill it.
Yeah. All right, let's finish out the comments. A-Rod's been better numbers. Mahomes, whatever. Aaron Rodgers regrets according to Allen. Well, everyone's entitled to their opinion. That's it, right? What we therapy after the season is over.
We're still because we're gonna have the Athletic talking about some off the wall stuff when we hire the new GMs and blah 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 and all these other things too. So
There will be therapy.
3 Kings days, yes. Los
But
Tres
there might be-
Reyes.
Right? There might be therapy for happiness. People might be too happy. All right, keep grinding. Sorry, I missed most of the show. You two deserve the best cat tats ever.
I'm not a cat guy.
Either
So
am
I like dogs.
I like the dogs. Stay fly, brother Nick. Here we go. Meow. Thanks for the therapy session. You're
Stack,
welcome,
thank you,
Stack.
brother, for always
Stack,
coming in.
wherever you are, you're welcome.
And are we gonna do a Christmas song real quick on here, Snowball? Because you are Snowball.
What are we singing?
Jingle bells, jingle bells,
bells.
jingle bell rocks.
I'm not a jingle bell rock guy.
Okay.
I don't even know the words to that anyway.
Holy night.
I am going to spare everyone from my singing voice, and I think we should just end it with this. Good night, everybody. God bless. Be patient with one another. Love one another. We all make mistakes in life, and make love to one another. That's it.
Love each other.
Spread the word, and the word is
Jets.
Worldwide, wide. See ya.